Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Yeonni. Happy New Year. It is the year 2021. I don't know how we made it here. Last year felt simultaneously way too long, but also way too short. I really wanted to share this video as my very first video on my channel this year because I think it is always so important to start off the new year on the right foot. So I'm sure there's going to be a lot of like New Year's goals, New Year's resolution videos going out around this time. But before all of that, this is my top 5 things that you need to think about and prioritize before you do anything else this year, before your financial goals, personal career goals, and all that. Pretty important stuff, trust me, I love goals. But before all of that, it's all about the mindset, and I think this is really important for you to hear. First things first, before you set any goals, I think it's really important to kind of look back on the previous years and say, what goals have been on your list for a really long time and why are they still there? And also, on the other hand, what goals have really never shown up on your physical, tangible goals list, but you can't really seem to get it out of your mind? Something that's been really helping me a lot in my more recent years of adulthood life is if something intrigues me and I want to try it, I've been really pushing myself to just try it. Because if we don't try things, how can we know if it'll be successful or not? So try to really evaluate your goals from the past and also your potential goals that you're thinking of setting for this year. And try to think of that one where it's kind of in the back of your mind. You've always kind of wanted to start a podcast. You've always kind of wanted to, completely on a different hand, reach out to a friend or be more extroverted. I don't know with Corona this year, but hopefully with the vaccine, we can actually meet up with people. But anyway, that one thing in the back of your mind, why not try it this year, right? Why not? You want to set up an online shop? Why not try it? Start looking into it, doing some research. You want to find a boyfriend this year. I don't know. Start downloading some dating apps. Something that you feel like you've been limiting yourself, something that you feel like you can't do, you couldn't have done. Why not try it this year? I don't know. If you were looking for a sign, here is the sign. Number 2 thing that I want to tell you today is to make sure you set your goals strategically. This is an important lesson that I learned recently that has helped me so much with my own goal setting. Is, for example, my goal was, for the longest time, get fit. And I never really figured out like how I would do that. And I remember reading a quote somewhere that really applies to this video. Basically, if you don't work towards a goal, it just remains a dream. However, if you work towards your goal, a dream can become a goal, something you can actually achieve. And that was very motivational for me because I think I have a lot of dreams. I have a lot of things I wanted to accomplish in my life, but then I realized, like, what am I doing in my life to get closer to those goals? So I think it's really important to break down large goals into little bite-sized morsels, not only because if you check off that box, it feels really good to have accomplished something that week, but you're that much closer to that long-term goal. Imagine you do a Chloe Ting workout 2 to 3 times a week or just once a week. That's already so many more hours you've put into going into your goal of being fit than not really understanding how you're gonna get there. It's not a goal, it's a dream at that point. So make sure you set your goals strategically. So if you want this thing, what's kind of like the steps that will lead you there, and how will that look on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis? Very important. Number 3, this is so important in any time of the year, not just in the new year. Make sure to protect your energy this year. That's so important. Protect your energy, protect your boundaries is pretty much what I'm saying. I think it's good to always evaluate the type of people that you surround yourself with and how they make you feel. Do you have people that are always supporting you when you have a new idea or a new venture, something you want to try, something you've accomplished? Do they support you? Do they make you feel validated and seen? That's great. Or is it the opposite? Do they always doubt your new ventures? Do they always make you feel less than? Do they make you feel like you should stay in this box and you should never try to venture out? That, in my opinion, could be a red flag. And it's important for you to always protect your energy and keep your boundaries safe so that wherever you are, whoever you're interacting with, you feel good about yourself and you feel safe with yourself. So maybe this year might be the year to maybe have some conversations with people around you if you're up to it, or maybe even, I don't know, block certain people if that's necessary. I know for a fact it's definitely not easy. This needs to be a whole video in itself, but protect your energy. Make sure to surround yourself with people who are supportive of you and your goals and your commitment to grow and learn. People who aren't just yes men, people who will kind of tell you, Yeonni, you gotta kind of back it up, slow it down. I need people like that in my life, so I try to keep people like that in my life. Number 4, since it is the new year, we are setting goals, right? Prioritize taking care of yourself as a primary goal this year. I think, speaking from personal experience, when I start doing goal making, it's always like financial, career. So I think it's important to seriously put taking care of yourself as a goal this year. And taking care of yourself can look like self-care, like it's become quite popular on the internet these days, but it is important. I just hate when companies use it as a marketing ploy to get people's attention. Anyway, that's a side and something that really annoys me, but self-care is important. Whether it's taking time for yourself, taking a bath, doing little rituals that fill you up mentally, emotionally, like doing a little bit of meditation in the mornings. And not only is that taking care of yourself, there is also physical self-care. Obviously, with the pandemic, going into the doctor's office has become a little more complicated and will continue to be complicated in 2021. However, basically be in tune with your body and listen to your body. How are you feeling physically, right? If you haven't had a physical in a year, I believe you can actually have a physical with a doctor over the phone or through telehealth. We definitely know that technology is around us. It's not only for TikTok and Instagram. We can use technology to connect with our doctors and healthcare providers to take care of ourselves physically. And that's so important. And speaking of telehealth, there are many, many mental health counselors and social workers and therapists who can provide their services to you through telehealth, kind of like this, where you can Zoom with your therapist. Or sometimes there's places where you can actually go see someone in person in a socially distanced way. So as you can see, there are different ways to get the mental health care you may need this year. So make sure to prioritize taking care of yourself as a big bullet point in your list of goals for this year, because it is so important, not only for the obvious reasons of your physical health, your mental health, and all of that, and your emotional health, of course, but it's important for the sake of balance. All of these amazing financial, career, professional goals you have, fantastic. But just speaking from experience, I know in the past I would get so burnt out because I was such a go, go, go person. And then when I get burnt out, I'm so exhausted emotionally, I can't do anything, and then I feel bad about myself. And that's because I didn't have balance in my goals. And last but not least, it is so important to be kind to yourself this year. Like I said, I'm a goal person. I love setting goals. The new year is exciting, and especially after the craziness that was 2020, I want to just kind of wash my hand of last year and just start fresh. However, I do a lot of this reality checking on my channel. The reality is that 2020 was a really difficult year for a lot of us, emotionally, mentally, physically. Many people got COVID last year, and it was a very, very difficult year. So while it is so important to set goals, to motivate ourselves, it is even more important to remember to be kind to ourselves, to be patient with ourselves. That, to be honest, we've already done so much by even surviving 2020. The emotional and mental and physical trauma we went through, living through a freaking global pandemic. Hello, you did that. Pat yourself on the back. We've lived through a global pandemic. That's already so much. You know what I mean? So it's really important to emphasize that and also give space to that thought as well. We just came out of a global pandemic, and also, to be honest, we're still in it. People thought for some reason 2021's here, Corona is over and everything's back to normal. No, thankfully the vaccines are out, so hopefully by like the middle of 2021 things will be back to normal. So I wanted to finish off this video with this note because it is so important that you be extra kind and patient with yourself this year. We are all experiencing so much right now. It's okay to not be progressing towards your goal at the timeline that you want to progress, especially this year. Okay? And that's it for my top 5 things I really wanted to tell you before you start goal planning. And I hope any of these were helpful to you in any way. Maybe you resonated with any of them. Please let me know what you think. And maybe if you got this far in the video, let me know in the comments down below what are some ways that you can really take care of yourself this year. Because all of the other things, they are important, but I feel like the most important takeaways from my video that I'm trying to really convey here is make sure to take care of yourself this year and make sure to be kind to yourself this year. Those two are the most important, So hopefully those you can really take away from this. And yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. If this is your first time on my channel, hi, my name is Yeonni. I am a mental health professional and I make advice videos, mental health, social work videos, and just whatever videos I kind of feel like making here on my channel. I have some really fun, great plans for video ideas for this channel this year, so it'd be great if you could subscribe and follow along on my little YouTube side hustle journey. That would be great. And yeah, I hope you guys are taking care of yourselves physically, emotionally, mentally, in all of those beautiful ways, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!